Okay, here we go. Hello, everyone. I will do a short video here this morning because my storage on my iPhone is full. It's not full, y'all. It's just an old iPhone, and they want me to go ahead and get off this iPhone. So I'm thinking I'll be able to do this video for maybe 10 minutes. And then you'll just have to follow me on my other social media feeds because I need to be on this bike exercising this morning more than 10 minutes, but I think my video's probably going to cut off. So with that being said, good morning. If you're watching, say hi. Or if you're watching this pre-recorded, then just put a little comment below. So, but this is my YouTube channel here. And you can follow me on Wild Kingdom Wellness here on YouTube. Click subscribe, click the like button, help me grow the algorithm. You can also find me on my other channel, which is the Reiki Station, REIKISTATION, and on TikTok under Wild Kingdom Wellness. On Instagram, I am the Reiki Station. So anyway, you can vacillate between those two titles, and you can find me on social media. So anyway, what do we want to talk about today? Well, first thing we're going to do is talk about what day it is. Let me grab my almanac here. All right, it's Monday, and it is such a Monday, y'all. Anyway, not to be cliche or anything, but yeah, it's Monday. It is July the 14th. My brain's thinking 17th because I have something really important I need to take care of on the 17th. And so, yeah, I'm like, oh, wait, today's Monday the 14th, right? And so the moon today is in Pisces. So if you are new to this channel or new to watching these videos, I follow the Witch's Almanac to ask the universe each morning where it's at. And you're like, what? But yeah, it's like, okay, I get up every morning. I'm going, okay, today's Monday. What's on my agenda? Where's the moon at? Because a lot of times the moon affects our mental, emotional, psychological well-being. So I'm like, all right, moon, where are you today? What do I need to be working on as a practitioner of moon cycles? And then I look at what is the color of the day so that I know how to honor the visual things that are around me, right? Because I love color. I love color therapy. Color therapy. So the color of the day today, y'all, is ivory. And I was like, oh, that doesn't come up a lot in the Witch's Almanac. So how in the world would I honor the color ivory today? Well, I go right into my little thinking brain, my little artistic, color therapy thinking brain. And I'm like, just be soft. I was like, talking to myself, y'all, because I do that a lot. Talk to myself. And I'm like, the color of the day is ivory. I need to be soft today. I need to be grounded, rich in love and compassion. Because when I think about the color ivory, y'all, I think about like vanilla ice cream. Okay? And it's just like, well, the color of the day is ivory. Like, that's a rich, decadent, off-white color that is absent of a lot of color, prisms, pixels, whatever. And so I was like, just be soft today. And I'll tell you why I'm telling y'all that is because I'm really pissed off right now about a lot of things in my shadow. Like, the shadow inside of me is becoming the critic, the inner critic. They call your psychological habits of talking to yourself and kind of being upset with what you see going on in the world around you, like, they call that your inner critic. And what your inner critic does, in my opinion, although I'm not a doctor, this video is for your entertainment purposes only, but I'm like, I think my inner critic not only criticizes my own belief systems and actions, it criticizes others, of course. And so I got to thinking about that this morning as I was like, I'm going through some personal things kind of secondarily. I guess to be quite honest with people that know me and know me well, and follow me, like, or my clients, or friends, my family, I am secondarily finding myself secondarily going through frustration because of other people's trauma. You're like, what? So let me explain without being too specific or too graphic. My brain works like a therapist because I am a therapist. And so I also know, as a human being who practices massage therapy as a profession, spiritual life coaching, Reiki, wellness, exercise, like where I am in the moment, okay, in the moment is I'm finding more and more as I age and I go through the hamster wheel of life, right, each day, that, you know, I myself have a real aggressive, I guess that's the word I'd use, an aggressive tenacity that says, oh, there's a problem, well, there's a solution. Like in my mind, my Scorpio brain, so for those of you that don't know, I am a double Scorpio, okay? Because I work a lot with astrology to manage my thought processes and my emotions each day, okay? So, I wake up, I'm like, okay, this is going on, I gotta do this, you know, the whole 3D dimensional to-do list starts to kick in when I wake up in the morning. But I also give myself grace to go, you know what, I'm going to be able to, like, I need to work on myself before I go to work as a healthcare practitioner, right, and go, I gotta work on me now because I gotta walk out my door later and deal with other people's pain bodies, okay? Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. So, I hope this video doesn't kick off, but if it does kick off, you can find me on other social media feeds preaching the gospel of wellness, okay? So, that's what we're doing here. So, it's like, when I walk out my front door or my back door or my fly out my window on my broom, whichever is convenient, you know, it's like, how am I supposed to serve the world today? Okay? Because I look at life through a very spiritual lens, although I realize as a human being how dense we really are in the third dimension, okay? The third density, right? 3D. It's like, my pain body, because I have one, we all have one, every human being has a pain body. There's a threshold. You know, it's like, what is my threshold for tolerance for my pain and somebody else's pain? And all this is coming to me because the moon's in Pisces, okay? And I'm like, emotion. It's the deep. If you don't know how to work with Pisces energy, it is very strategic. Okay? So as an astrologer, I'm like, if the moon's in Pisces today, I'm like, oh, I get it. Real quick, my brain goes, yeah, I got to get a hold of the tail of that fish, you know, because what is Pisces? It's two fish swimming in the opposite direction, correct? Right. So that's the symbol. One of the symbols for Pisces. And it's like you're tied to the same tail. You're tied to the same tail. So here we are today. I wake up knowing that I got some stuff going on behind the scenes that honestly I can't really talk about for multiple reasons, y'all. Okay? Y'all think I tell everything. I am the house of secrets. I do not tell everything, okay? I kiss and tell. But when it comes to other people's emotional experiences and stabilities, you know, as a therapist or as a mom, as a daughter, as a wife, whatever role you want to put on top of, you know, your brain, my brain, it's like there's still a lot going on outside of the the realm of this camera, right? So I, as a practitioner of the metaphysical arts of the universe, there's no other way to slice it and dice it. I can't explain it. It's just, as a double Scorpio, I know I was brought here on this planet to help people transmute and transcend into a different way of thinking. Like, I am here to influence. I would like to influence people to have health and wellness to the degree that they feel they're happy, okay? Because happiness is like the key component to not being in pain. Not that you don't smash your finger and with a hammer and you can't be happy and you cuss like a sailor or a sailoress, depending on your gender specificity. It's like, I just hit my finger with a hammer. Am I happy right now? Probably not overly happy, but you have to be present to that pain, and you're going to have to talk to that finger and go, okay, first of all, I need to know, finger, are you broke? Did I smash it? Am I broke? Did I lose a nail, right? Is this pain going to stop? Because what happens when you smash your thumb or finger with a hammer? First of all, you're like, like you can't hardly move. It's that moment where you're like, and I'm not dead, and I wish I was. It's like, this hurts. And then you feel that blood, like you feel that heat. What happens is all the blood rushes to the injury point, and this I can talk about professionally. So anyway, I do know what I'm talking about, y'all, when it comes to body systems. And no, I am not a doctor. So, but it's like all the blood rushes to that finger that you just smashed, right? And your brain is screaming, let me out, right? It's like, oh, it hurts so bad. And then you have to assess. You have to go from emotional pain triggers to logical assessment triggers to go, now what do I do? Right? So you're like, okay, do I go to the ER? Do I wrap it with a bandage? Do I wait 20 minutes? Like, you have to all of a sudden devise this plan of action to determine just how bad that injury, that self-inflicted injury is. Okay, you're like, oh my God, am I going to be able to, use my hand today? So most of the time, if you smash your finger or your thumb with a hammer, you can get over it, right? And the next time what happens, you're like a little more careful. I'm a little more careful about how I angle that hammer when I'm putting the nail into the coffin. Okay, so why am I talking about all this? Because as human beings who are doing life on life's terms, we get hyper focused on